Welcome to our podcast, Fuck the Diet Cycle, with myself, Lauren Knight, and Abby Lodge. This podcast is for you if you're ready to end the diet cycle. So grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and let's jump straight into this week's episode. Not starting again on a Monday just because you've reached a little bump in the road or a blip in your day, and you go straight into that diet mentality of, well, I've messed up now, I may as well continue because Monday's all right. It's that magical day where I get to start again. How many times have we heard that happen?
Do you know what? If I had a pound for every time somebody said to me, I'm going to start on Monday, or myself, if I had a pound, I would be a millionaire, because so many people think that, you know, Monday, fresh week, all this kind of stuff, that everything changes on a Monday, when in reality, nothing changes. There's no magical one that's kind of flicked over you on Sunday night to then think, wake up Monday morning, buzz in and everything's going to be okay. All that actually happens is when you get into that mentality of, you know, you have slipped up or something has maybe gone a little bit on the wayside, all you're doing is giving yourself that hall pass between whatever day that is and Monday to go absolutely crazy and totally overindulge, probably binge, feel even worse, feel even more tired, crap, and uninspired and unmotivated. So then come Monday, all you're doing is making your life that much harder for you because you've eaten all that shit. So all you're going to be doing is then feeling guilty and your body's going to be trying to process whatever you have eaten. And I know it's really, really hard to kind of, for me, I always had that like mentality of I can't start a diet on a Wednesday, for example, or a Saturday, because that just doesn't feel right. But what we need to get into our heads is, like, this isn't a diet, you know, we're here for lifestyle changes, and life doesn't begin on a Monday. Like, you're not born into the world on a Monday and that's your kind of where you start. You can start wherever you are, and picking it straight back up from where that kind of mishap has happened is actually going to make it so much easier for yourself in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that fuck it mentality, that all or nothing. I'm either going to go all in or I'm going to go all out. And actually, that's not realistic. That's not sustainable. And that's why so many people find it difficult that when they come off of a diet, and I say that in inverted commas because you can't see me, but we aren't on a diet. If you keep on going with the fact of you are restricting, oh shit, I've had a bit of a slip up, so now I'm going to go and eat everything in the world and get my hands on everything because I feel like this is my only window to do that. Where are you putting yourself? You're putting yourself back to square one. You then feel really shit in yourself. You're back in that dieting cycle of, I feel rubbish, I feel guilty, oh well, I may as well continue now. And you go round and around and around. And it doesn't have to be like that. It's learning that you are human. Nobody, and I challenge you to come forward, nobody is 100% on their weight loss journey when they are trying to end the diet cycle. Why? Because we have so much to learn. And it's when you make these little blips that you learn the most. So as long as you are reaching out to us and speaking about it, we can always get to the bottom of it. So thinking about your triggers, thinking about what led to that point, drawing that line underneath it and moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you think back to childhood or babies, for example, when they're learning to walk, what do? They get up, they fall over, probably hit their head, their face, whatever, they cry about it, whatever, and then they keep going and going and going until they finally get up, walk, and then they're running. And it's exactly the same on your weight loss journey. In order for us to successfully end this diet cycle, you have to be making those mistakes, you have to be having those slip-ups to then learn to deal with it, because life isn't perfect, and you're never going to be thrown a set of circumstances in life where everything is on a plain sailing. Like, there's always going to be things happening and shit happening in your life. So when you are on your weight loss journey and you're learning to deal with it, then it makes it so much easier that when you get to go and you're in maintenance, that anything can be thrown at you and you will still be able to deal with it because you've had that support from someone else. You know, it doesn't have to be us, it could be whatever, your coach, whatever, to actually hold your hand and help you get through it. And sometimes you're going to feel like you're being dragged through it and you don't want to do it. And, you know, I'll just wait until, I don't know, this shit in my life is over. But actually taking the ball by the horns and being like, no, okay, I can't change my circumstances. I can't change what's happened, but I can change how I'm going to deal with it to then mold me into that stronger person.
That also touches base on the fact that food isn't therapy. So whilst there might be things going on in your life that you feel like you can't deal with, or there's stress, or there's circumstances going on, whatever that may be, the fact that you're even in that mentality of, I cannot go on my weight loss journey now until this is over, is a major red flag to say that you are using food for therapy. And that should be the sign for you to go, actually, do you know what? I need this more than anything, because whilst I can't control what is going on over here, you can start controlling what you put into your body. And let's face it, the crap that you're putting into your body isn't going to put you in the best possible way for you to deal with the shit that's going on in your life. So we are what we eat, and we need to go back to that and understand that it's okay not to be perfect, but taking those small steps every single day will lead to that end goal. And going back to what Abby said about babies and toddlers learning how to walk, when they fall over, what do? We give them a round of applause. We help them up and we say, it's okay, come on, keep on going. What is the difference between your journey? There isn't any. So dust yourself down, draw that line, get up, reflect, and move forward. We're not starting again. It's not day one. We are simply moving forward, not next Monday, not next year, not next month. Now, in that moment, we move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just put this out there. It's it's a Thursday afternoon, and your boss has come into the office and he's in a foul mood and shit has hit the fan at work. You go straight to the chip shop on the way home from work because you think, fuck it, I've had a really, really stressful day. I now need to eat X, Y, and Z. What would you suggest to somebody who is in that mindset that then they're going to go, well, I've had that fish and chips now. It's Friday tomorrow. So obviously that's home of the treat day, cheat day, whatever you want to call it day. It's okay, I'll start again on Monday. What advice would you give to somebody who is going through that on a Thursday? It doesn't matter what day, but let's use Thursday because it's Friday.
So firstly, the thing that I got into my head really, really quickly, and it makes me chuckle now because I was that person. I hated my boss. And instead of going into that mindset of, oh, I'm going to start again Monday, I started going into the mindset of, he doesn't fucking deserve to make me ruin my weight loss journey, because actually, who is he? Why should he make my day miserable at work, which I can't get away from because I've got financial responsibilities, to then lead on to making me self-sabotage? He does not have that power over me anymore. So for those of you listening that have got that circumstance or any other circumstance where somebody is stressing you out to the point where you are turning to food, try and flip the narrative of going, they don't deserve to make me do this to myself. They don't deserve to make me sabotage or consume myself to the point where I then kick myself and go, why have I done that again? So that would be my first tip, is really like turn it into a bit of a hatred and like use that as motivation to go, up yours, you're not going to let me do that, like I'm not going to allow you to do that to me anymore. And then obviously before you can get that, like that comes with time. So you've already eaten those fish and chips, you've used the food for therapy. Reach out to your coach, to your buddy, to your consultant, to us, to whoever, and speak about it. If you bury your head in the sand and you try and deal with it on your own, it just extends and it will roll on to the Friday and then the Saturday and the Sunday. And before you know it, Monday comes and actually you could be so far disconnected from your path that you don't get back on, and it could be that detrimental. So speak up. When you have got somebody that's supporting you properly, it always comes from the heart and never as judgment. So never be afraid to talk. So that would be my two big tips, I think.
Yeah, Absolutely, absolutely. And like you say there, don't bury your head. Don't be an ostrich. When you become an ostrich, all that happens is that sand around your head gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you are absolutely suffocating. And before you know it, you're 6 months, a year down the line thinking, shit, why have I let this go? So, like Lauren said, turn it into, a little bit of a hatred. They don't deserve to have that power over me. I'm stronger than this. And thinking about, yes, okay, that may have happened. I may have turned to the fish and chips, whatever. But that doesn't mean just because it's Friday that I've gone into this self-destruct, fuck it mode. I'm going to wake up Friday morning. I'm going to have my water, start that day off on that water. Chances are if you have had fish and chips or takeaway or something that's highly salty, whatever, you're going to be retaining that water. And that's going to make you feel absolutely rubbish. Anyway, we all know what that feels like. Get that water in and plan out your day to be as within your plan or whatever as you can to set you up better for that weekend. And like Lauren says, reach out. Myself and Lauren have both been there. We're recovering food addicts. We have been in that point where we have used everything that has gone on in an external circumstance to throw us off our tracks. We can help you and not judge you. This is never, ever a judgment zone. So takeaways from this, guys, don't be an ostrich. Don't bury your head in the sand. Reach out. You are worth more than your idiot boss.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to follow us on social media using the links below. And don't forget, new episodes come out every single Sunday.